Matthew chapter 14. Matthew chapter 14. Let me turn to there. I'm in John. We haven't made it near that far. Matthew chapter 14, verse 25. We've already covered verse 25, 26, and 27, but we're still going to just read them real quick. The Bible said, "In the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer." Now hold on, I'm going to pause. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to pause. He didn't just say, don't be afraid. He didn't just say, don't be miserable. He said, be of good cheer. Be not afraid. It is I, be not afraid. Now, this has been quite the 6 months in my life. Let's be honest with you. And sometimes life has been just, even Miss Ogden, we've known the Ogdens for a long time, and they've been a blessing to us. Brother Ogden and Miss Ogden were blessing us in private a lot, and have always been very encouraging to us. And somehow I got sucked into the Bob Smith Ogden circle, and here's brother Bob Smith. Yeah, he's from Myrtle Springs over there, and he'd always call me. He came into the funeral. He said, "That's Sims's boy." He was telling his daughter, "That's Sims's boy." And so I got pulled into that circle, and they've been influential in our lives for a long time, and so even that has been tough. Watching my pastor cry is always hard. Something about seeing brother. I've seen Shane cry, whatever. I've seen lots of people, but you see Brother Jeremy Ogden cry. I don't know why. It just does something to you. So it's been tough. I know he just he starts to bite that corner and his brow comes down, and it's just like, oh, here we go. I mean, he could be talking about something I don't even care about, and now I'm going to cry. And maybe that's because he's been so influential in life. I don't know. But so anyway, that was tough. It was very tough. It's tough to hear Brother Ogden. My dad is very tough right now. He's turning the corner, we think, though he did curse everybody out last night, including me. And so he left me to last, and he got everybody jealous because he was treating me so well, and he was cursing everybody else out. But by the end of the night, I got it too, and so it's been hard to watch him. And I don't know. They've turned him down for his LTAC because he has to have infusions for this other thing, and so they're now trying to find him a rehab in order so he can have the infusions, and it's getting a little complicated. Not too complicated. He's going to be in ICU for a little while longer, but that's been hard. The whole other thing, and then our wayward child, and then we got Shelby, and so no, I'm just kidding. Hey, you saw my pastor today, and and Shane has been and Shane's been a good friend for a long time. So I come, we've got a lot of stories, but it's been tough. And I've been living and I'm not trying to complain, whine, pity parties are always a party of one and everybody's hoping they can get out. So I'm not trying to do that, but it has been, truly, you've been in somebody else's pity party and you're like, please, get me out of this thing. And, but I have confession time. Father, my sister, I taught my sister how to nano banana. Y'all know what nano banana is? Chris, you should know what nano banana is. That's Google's image generation. It's in your messaging app. Okay. Anyway, it's in your messaging app. He said, unbutton that top button. I always had to tell both my boys to unbutton that top button. And then my mama reminds me that she had to tell me all my life to unbutton my top button. And yeah, my wife does it too. I don't button my top button anymore. My neck's too thick. But so anyway, and then she sent me as the Pope with all the things and the staff and everything. And I was like, gosh, get that away. Nano Banana is really good at maintaining the facial structure. And so anyway, I haven't done well at the first part of this phrase. I've done better at the second part. Lord, okay, you're in charge. Lord, I know that you I mean, could God have stopped this? Yes. Did He? No. Now you got to go with that. But we need to add a facet of this. And that facet would be of good cheer. Turn that frown upside down. Yep. You can't stop it. I'm not miserable. You got to move past the smiles. Now, it doesn't mean those of you that have been to a funeral, those that came to Sabres, those that were here today, I think Miss LaDonna was there today, and like she said, she grew up in the church, grew up with the family there, and so, but you saw tears, sure, but on the other side, you got to get up and smile. So I'm going to extend my pity party for a minute, and maybe we'll get to Peter here in just a second. But so just before Christmas, in the midst of all the funeral and stuff, I also brought in a foundation company because I'm seeing cracks the size of my head and in the wall. Not really, but I saw the garage wall doing this thing, and I thought it's moved 2.5 inches. If I don't do something soon, it's going to go. And so I called a foundation company, and they came in and said, yeah, it needs to be done. Here's the cost.
Your heart stopped.
Have y'all had to have that done yet? Holy smokes. Yeah. Okay, so it was more than your roof, right? So it's $20,000. And then I realized that they send out a plumbing company as part of the warranty. You got to pass the plumbing test for the warranty. Because if there's something causing this that you can fix, you've got to fix it. Well, guess what? Last week the plumbers came out. We didn't pass. And so we almost matched the foundation cost. And I'm just like, golly, because we had to have we need all of our plumbing ripped out. Every bit of the sewer line needs ripped out. It's 1965 cast iron, and it needs pulled out. So sometime years ago, the kitchen area was deleted because it collapsed and failed. They never dug under and capped it. They just capped it at the top of the foundation in the wall and then rerouted, and they never capped under the foundation. So, the bathrooms and stuff, as they're leaving, that's also seeping out into the broken, so it's causing voids under the house. So we failed, and so I got this quote of $40,000. I'm like, well, I can't. For the plumbing. Yeah, the foundation. Okay, we're not rich. Okay, this is not something that I can just go. Oh, here you go. No, I just paid all my debts off, and now here we are again. And so, no, it was $40,000 for the sewer, because they have to dig all the way under the house. They've got to replace everything from a certain point all the way back. That's not including the redirect that also needs taken care of, but we're going to live through that. And I was like, I can't. Nope. They said, well, we could do it in 2 parts, and it would be this cost. And I said, well, if I'm going to spend that, I'm going to spend it on the part that I know is real bad, which is where all the bathrooms, there's 2 bathrooms that join on a wall, and so all that plumbing. I don't know how bad it is. I do now. I don't know how bad it was, but I'm going to spend the money there and hope we catch that kitchen exit so they can cut it off and cap it. He said, well, we're probably not, because it's probably coming at a 45. It'll probably be around this area, so probably not going to happen. Well, I'm telling you the story for a reason. I heard the Ogdies talk for 70 hours, so I'm probably... But so if he watches, he'll laugh. And so, and he'll blame Shane, who I also blame, because it's Shane. And though Sean took up way more time than anybody with the video and the talking. But anyway, so I said, you know what? If we don't catch the kitchen, we're still going to be better off because we're going to have fixed all this other plumbing. I'm sure we'll be okay, but hopefully we'll catch the kitchen, but probably not. So they come in. I'm telling you what, I've got pictures. I'll show you if you want. The plumbing under the bathrooms was a disaster. There was a root ball in the toilet pipe. Both toilets came to one place, which isn't code anymore. You know, this should be offset. But anyway, they come to one place and there was a big root ball in the middle. No, wait. The pipe had failed and somebody had dug under and wrapped like duct tape. But it was white. Like it was better tape than duct tape. It was still pliable a little bit. But they had wrapped it around the pipe that was broken and backfilled back in. Pipes were busted. It was a nasty mess. They found the kitchen connection in the 20 feet. I don't have to do the front. I need to do the front eventually because it's the same cast iron nonsense, but it's not critical. It didn't have any bellies. The last couple of cameras that went through in that front were good. I say all that to say this. I could keep running through now there's a praise report out of this world because I would have had to do like $30,000 in the next year and a half probably to get that front if that kitchen hadn't been found. It passed the hydrostatic test. I got the email right before church. So we're good. I could get upset and pity party and complain and groan and moan and grumble and mumble. Or I could laugh at this root ball with duct tape around it. That's something I would do. Just being honest.
You can put duct tape on it. Why not just replace it?
They would have had to chip all the fittings out of the foundation. So they just... I'm telling you, some redneck handyman with a bill dookie. That's a sharpshooter for those of you not from East Texas. Some redneck with a sharpshooter just dug under there and went, no, that's going to take a lot of work. We're going to have to pull the toilet. We're going to have to chip through the concrete. We're going to have to do all this. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Sell the house. I can't sell the house. I'm honest, and I'd have to show all the problems. Now the house is actually worth. I could now sell the house with a good conscience, but I'd have to pay off all my debt when I did it. So we're going to hang for a little while. Not to mention interest rates are I have an interest rate of 2.9%, so we're going to hang. So anyway, I could get mad and grumble. Oh, also the plumber said that I had to repair one of the flanges for the toilet myself a couple years ago because we're broke. And he said, I've never done that. I've never done that. You did a really good job. That toilet was good. The other toilet wasn't very good. This was a mess. And what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you what I need to hear, and I think you probably need to hear too. It's not just be not afraid. It's be of good cheer. It's laugh, smile, have a good attitude. I'm going to say, look, maybe we just stop here and do prayer time. Because we probably got all we need right now. Quit. I've been around the Ogdies again today, so. I love Brother Jeremy. He's probably one of my closest friends, even though we don't talk very much anymore. He's his dad. The other two, they're some insane asylum escapees, but I've spent a lot of time with Shane at college. We did side jobs together. I nearly got Shane killed. We were driving down, my car was a busted up piece of junk, and we hit some water, and this thing went all over the road, and we both nearly died. He tells that story. He was emotional today, so he didn't tell it, but any other time I see him, he was telling it. When did we see him? At Saber's funeral. Yeah. He was telling Taylor on the way to the funeral about this story. So let me back this up. We're going to stop. I hope you not feel sad because you only got 15 minutes of preaching tonight, and you're going to get home about early and like, why'd we come all this way just to leave? Because right, I feel like maybe we'll just stop because we got something. Let me back it up. I want to retread this again, and I'm sorry. I guess God knew that we needed to cover this, so He just put me right back in this. And this is why we're never going to get out of Matthew. I'm going to retire. And the new pastor's going to come in and say, so where are y'all at? And you're going to say, Matthew chapter 17. Yeah, might be. You weren't here, so I could preach the same thing over, and you wouldn't know unless you watched online. But I hope you did. But anyway, let me back this up. Let's just retread this. And I'm not going to try to beat the dead horse, but I think you all need it because I know you. Miss LaDonna, look up here. There you go. She's writing notes, I know. I just wanted to pick on her. Her and I have had conversations, right, at times, and so, yeah, you take notes, you get in trouble. You don't look up here when it's serious, you get in trouble. That's why we record it all. You can go back and get better notes, right? No, I'm just kidding. So, by the way, we are starting our Spotify kind of podcast thingamajigger. So if you think of a sermon you think would be really good that I've preached that you want to put up, Chris told me the Scorner one, he liked that. There was one that I thought of today that I want to put on there. I can't remember what it is now, but I'll remember it later. But anyway, so if you think of some sermon that really I say that and you go, ooh, that one. Let me know so I can work on putting it up there. But I want to say this one more time. Turn over to John chapter 14. That's not what I want to say one more time. Verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. Make a decision, but do you believe in Jesus? Now it's Wednesday, but we're going to be serious for a minute. Do you believe that there's a heaven? Do you believe that He died for you? Do you believe that if you trust Him, you're going to heaven? Do you believe that He has good thoughts for you and not evil? Do you believe that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them, I love this, to them that are called according to their purpose? Do you believe it? Be of good cheer. Probably the most profound series of statements I've given you in a while. Do you believe it? Because John 14 is all about comfort. Philippians, comfort. Thessalonians, comfort. You may have missed some of that, didn't you? It's comfort. I don't know about the Corinthians. I'll have to reread some of that and see if there's any comfort in there. But there's comfort in repentance and getting right, you know. There's comfort in 2 Corinthians. But no, there's comfort. Do you believe it? Turn the frown upside down. Be of good cheer. God loves you. I've buried a son. I have one that's wayward. My foundation has put me back into debt. My plumbing has put me back into debt. I'm tired. I've broke 200 pounds for the first time in my entire life. And I know that you're like, so? Okay, you can be like, so, but I don't feel good. I would love to have our own building at church. I'd love to have filled seats. I'd love for everybody to be exclaiming over the devotions that God's given them throughout the week. But we're not there in all those ways. I'm not upset. We are so much further down the road than we were 5 years ago. Some of you are so much further down the road than you were when you came. Some of you are licking wounds and now you're ready to help others with their wounds. So I'm not belittling or bemoaning our state. I'm saying this. I've done fairly well. Oh, and my dad. And we thought he was going to die last week. I'm not lying. I haven't shared that with a lot of folks. I just didn't for whatever reason. I should have brought it for the church. I just didn't bring the direness of it. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But we thought he was going to die last week, just straight up. All the siblings were visiting, even they were staying up late with him and hugging him, kissing his forehead, talking to him. We thought he was going to die. So I've done okay with the be not afraid, though. I have. Even last night I thought, they've dug under my house. The foundation's going to fall in, isn't it? I was thinking this driving to see my dad yesterday. I'm driving along in my automobile thinking, I'm going to get home and that thing's going to be in the ground. Just the devil, And I had to do the whole way there. I was going, Lord, this isn't right. Lord, you need to comfort me. And the best way for God to comfort... I know, but then I started thinking, is it under warranty if I mean, that's my thinking, though. The devil's going, is it under warranty if this happens and that happens and this, and what about this and what if? And you should have put a pier under there, but you were cutting corners. And I'd say, Lord, you got to do something about this. And so I'm doing okay with the be not afraid part. I am. Even last night, the Lord comforted me in the way He comforts me. Logic. 95% of the house is supported by great piers and good dirt. I watched them dig it out yesterday to some degree. That's thick clay. They were using jackhammers to get out. I felt pretty good when God said, this, it's okay. And when I got home, I went to bed, I went to sleep. They didn't know I got home. They were asleep already. I've been spending a lot of time late nights at the hospitals. And but the first part, and we'll be done. I'm reclaiming time, but you're still going to get done early. The first part, not so hot. So it's time to be of good cheer. It's time to smile. A merry heart. You want me to keep going? Y'all aren't giving me good faces. Y'all are giving me sarcastic faces. So if you're giving me sarcastic faces, brother, it's her. She's one of them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I pick on Miss Magnan. You say, why don't you pick on me? It's not safe. I pick on Miss Magnan, it's safe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, feels like 80. It's not about the years, it's about the miles. It's not about the years, it's about the threats at the middle of the night. But anyway, yeah, that's the threat. Okay. Let me reel you back in here. All right. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Jesus said, knowing Proverbs, because He's the Word, be of good cheer. When you're down, smile. Find a reason to rejoice. There's nothing here. Do you want me to go through my last 6 months again? Sometimes that's not even worth cheering about. If I were dead, the debt would be gone. She'd have a brand new house. It'd be perfect, So, you know what I mean? Like, trust me. Trust me. The same thing that I said about Brother Joe back there, the threat is keeping me alive. This is here. So, the threat is not death. The threat is living under torture. No. Yeah. So see what I'm doing for you though? See how you feel? Do you feel better than when you walked in this evening? Yeah. Was that planned? By God.
Still alive if God don't want you there.
What did he say?
Still alive because God don't want you there.
Boy, that's a way to look at it.
That's what I was saying about this one.
No. See, you always mess things up. Take the spirit right out of it. But no, even that's funny. I'll do that for them. I'll throw on a dry bar comedy. Can't throw on all of them because even what the world thinks is clean isn't always clean. But have you seen the Three Little Pigs English style, old English style? Funny. So funny. I'm going to have to send it to you. I feel comfortable sending that one to you. Just hilarious. But the point is, Jesus said, don't be afraid, be of good cheer. The proverb says, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, and I reclaimed all my time, and I'm sorry. But I'm telling you this now. I understand to the hilt. I was even speaking to a man today, just weeping my eyeballs out. Not meaning to. But I'm hurting. I'm just going to be honest with you. Even thinking about poor Brother Ogden and Miss Ogden and my friend, Brother Jeremy and Shane. I don't know Sean as well, though I did spend some time with him in Bible college. I don't know him as well. But, man, they're my friends. So them losing, and then thinking my dad might go, and thankfully he's looking better, but he's still, we don't know. It's still up in the air. His kidneys are 100%. They've been at 40% for years. I don't know. Yeah, now he can drink himself back to death. No, he drinks. It's not alcohol. It's kickstarts. So, but anyway. Yeah, alcohol's easier to get off of. But so anyway, I'll quit. But seriously, we didn't get anywhere. But I will tell you this: we got everywhere tonight. You're going to walk out those doors. Some of you might have gotten something just before church. Some of you might get something when you leave. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next month. I'm hoping I've filled my quota and I'm not jinxing myself again here. You know how preachers, you preach something, is like next day you're like, what? You know, so hoping I filled my quota here. But you're going to walk out there. And you're going to hear, don't be afraid. But you need to also hear, be of good cheer. You need to walk in that hospital room and smile and laugh so your family can see God. You need to go to that funeral home and sit around that table. I've been around that table too many times trying to guide family. You need to be around that table and you need to be the one going, something to smile about. Because it's how you get through it. Right? It's not the only way. But it is the prescribed way by Jesus Christ Himself to heal. A merry heart do good like a medicine. I think I needed that some months ago. But I got it just recently. So you get it too. Go out there and say, you know what, I'm glad Pastor said that. Because I needed that tomorrow. Right? And